So as a registered dietitian, my work takes me all around the world, and no day is just like the other. In fact, the other day I had the most extraordinary experience. I was invited to an event that was hosted by IM8, a new company that has this wonderful hydration supplement, and it carries the same name, IM8. To set the mood, the organizers invited everyone to join a meditation session led by none other than Deepak Chopra.
Imagine and visualize yourself in peak performance.
Later, lunch was served, and then I finally had the opportunity to meet the guest of honor. And I got to interview an icon, a legend. I mean, extraordinary.
Please welcome the guest of honor, David Beckham.
I've been very lucky over the years to play for great teams, with great teammates, with great coaches, great fans, and I've always prided myself on having good people around me.
And I was so excited to talk to him about all things nutrition and a little bit of lifestyle too.
I think nutrition is so important, especially when I was playing. It was really important, but actually I played in an era where nutrition and nutritionists wasn't really a thing, actually, believe it or not. So, you know, it was only towards the end of my career that we had a nutritionist in the club, that we had when I first moved to Manchester, our lunches were steak and chips and beans and gravy, and then a jam rolling sponge and custard, or a chocolate sponge and chocolate custard. That was our lunch. So things obviously changed over the years, and that's why players are playing longer, and obviously, so that's really important. I've realised, and I was lucky, I realised towards the end of my career, which made me play a lot longer, that nutrition was so important. And it's one of the things, especially having kids.
Yeah.
When you have kids, you realise how important nutrition is, and what they put in their bodies. It makes them feel the way they feel when they wake up or at school or come home and they've got activities. So nutrition really has always probably played a big part of my career. Even when it wasn't a thing, I was still eating the right things, I was still drinking the right things, I was still looking after myself, and I kind of was lucky that I then took that into my after career. When I finished playing football, the one thing that I always made sure that I did, which I realised it was really important, was watch what I eat. And that's coming from a foodie. I'm a big foodie, so it's very difficult to always eat the right thing, but 90% of the time, 95% of the time I eat the right thing. I think it's never been as important as it is nowadays, and we're made so much more aware of what is good for us and what is bad for us, and that no one can live a completely healthy, perfect life, on the nutrition side. We can try, and I feel my wife is the closest to that who I've ever met, but I still think it's important that you have those moments where you do, have something that's not as healthy as what you should be eating. But I think, we are more aware now from people like yourself and other nutritionists that are out there that are making us aware of what is good and what is bad. And that goes from whether it's, a supplement, whether it's a dinner, what you want to eat, whether it's a soup, whether it's a drink, whatever it is, we're made so much more aware of what is good and what is not good for you. Do something that works for you, because not everything works for every individual, and that's what I've always said. It could be, some people like dance, some people like weightlifting, some people like Pilates, some people like yoga, some people like going for a walk or walking their dog. Everyone is different, and that is the beauty of trying to have an active life. And when I say to people, get out there and get active and do something, that doesn't mean that you have to go and buy a gym membership. That means just go for a walk down the park, or walk home from work one day if you can. Those things are so important, and that's what I've always tried to say. Go out there and try to do something. Find someone that has the same interests as you. with being active. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a co-worker, whatever it is, find someone that has an interest that you have. If not, go out and dance on your own.
I love it. And those are words to live by. I so appreciate your generosity and your warmth of spirit. It has been such a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you for coming down today. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for watching this interview, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's someone that you want me to interview, leave a comment below and like and share.